Members of the Boise City Council, I would like to introduce you to the Boise Family Recreational Center. I ask for your consideration and approval of this family-oriented center that will consist of 5 separate rooms, providing age-appropriate classes and activities designed to promote the physical, cognitive, and socio-emotional development of both children and their families. The center is coordinated so that a child of any age can join in the fun and then continue through the progressively age-appropriate development classes leading up to young adulthood. Room 1 is the infant room. In the infant room of the Boise Family Recreational Center, we will promote babies' social and cognitive development by offering parent, caregiver, and baby opportunities to bond through brain-boosting activities. Our first weekly class is infant massage. Stimulate the billions of neurons in baby's brain to make new connections by using this gentle touch technique. The infant brain contains billions of cells that are ready to receive new information, and there's no faster way to encourage brain activity than engaging all 5 of baby's senses. According to Erik Erikson's theory of psychosocial development, the first 18 months of life are the most important time in baby's life. Bonding time with a parent or caregiver will build baby's sense of trust and security, allowing him to feel safe and confident in exploring his environment. To encourage the development of baby's sense of self in the first 4 of its domains, as well as encouraging positive parent-infant social interaction, we offer the Baby Bounce active music class. Parents or caregivers and baby will enjoy a mixture of quiet and energetic lap or floor bounces that will engage baby's gross motor, auditory, vocal, and visual skills. Baby's sense of self will begin with the emergent self from birth to 2 months and continue to compound and develop with the core self, 2 to 6 months, the subjective self, 7 to 15 months, and the verbal self from 15 to 18 months. Active music participation has a direct effect on infant brain and behavior by promoting social cooperation, pro-social behavior, less stress in new situations or when encountering limitations, and by developing an earlier enculturation to pitch structure. Using music to promote a positive and healthy sense of self will impact the city in the future by giving infants a head start on developing pro-social behavior that will help them face negative situations with calm cooperation instead of agitated defense mechanisms. The item most beneficial to this room would be an essential oil aromatherapy diffuser, because during the infant massage, lavender and orange oils can be diffused to promote relaxation. And during the Baby Bounce class, lemon and peppermint will heighten baby's mental alertness. Both states are conducive to baby's ability to identify and learn from what he is hearing, seeing, and feeling. The Lotus diffuser and essential oils can be purchased from doTERRA Oils. Room number 2 is the toddler room. The toddler room of the BFRC will continue to build on the gross motor skills we began working on during the previous Baby Bounce class. The first of 2 weekly classes will focus on toddler fitness with the toddler obstacle course. Colored duct tape on the floors will create a path for toddlers to follow through, over, under, and around a structured obstacle course made with the big blocks and other toy obstacles. A new obstacle course will be laid out in the room each week. Toddlers are encouraged to think through each obstacle in order to complete the course, which will assist in developing gross motor skills, critical thinking, and cooperative play. Gross motor skills are important to development because they can be used to assess proper physical development and improving school readiness. The toddler room will also be used for activities that help toddlers develop eye-hand coordination and practice self-regulation, both of which are important for proper pro-social development. Activities such as stacking large, soft toddler blocks will build eye-hand coordination, gross motor skills as they bend and stand to stack higher and higher, and self-regulation by waiting until a parent or caregiver gives the signal to knock over the stack of blocks. The item I would like the council to consider purchasing for the toddler room is the big block set of 35 soft, colorful, architecturally shaped blocks that will provide toddlers with hours of safe building, climbing, rolling, hiding, and imaginative play, as well as provide the basic structural materials for the toddler obstacle course. The community will benefit from having a safe place for toddler free play, that will help decrease the number of outdoor playground accidents resulting in emergency room visits. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, emergency departments in the United States treat over 200,000 playground-related injuries each year, which results in an estimated cost of $1.2 billion in medical costs. The big blocks can be purchased from toddlerfitness.com for $1,439.05. Although it's a healthy sum to invest, the long-term savings in medical care would quickly offset this amount. In room number 3, we have the early childhood room. The early childhood room will focus on basic science and socialization activities, both of which will encourage critical thinking, group discussions, and cooperation. A class based on early childhood science will focus on building a basis for a child's future understanding of how the world works around them, encouraging their natural inquisitiveness and exploring methods with which to test and answer those questions that will enhance skills and build positive attitudes toward learning. Activities like sprouting beans and growing carrot tops in miniature greenhouses and observing how snails or hermit crabs behave will spark a child's imagination, creativity, and interest in the natural world. Growing plants like carrots can lead to discussions about healthy food choices and about the benefits of eating food that looks the same on the plate as it did when it was in the ground. In addition, it can spark discussion about taking care of our environment in order to keep the food we eat safe. The second class in the early childhood room will encourage socialization. Music, dance, and games will get children up and active. Games like clapping syllables in each child's name or dancing in the round while singing Circle Round the Zero will give children an opportunity to enhance cognitive skills like memory, rhythm, and language, while keeping them moving and touching each other in a socially constructive manner. Early childhood is the most important time for socialization, and group activities are an excellent way to build social skills through both primary and secondary means. Lev Vygotsky's zone of proximal development is relative in games like these, as they are introducing several concepts at once. They pose a challenge to the child to remember names, touch new people, and to keep a rhythm, but they are still within this age group's ability level. To further encourage socialization, a 10-station sand and water play table would be appropriate in this room. This type of environment gives the children a chance to enter into play that builds fine motor skills and encourages tactile exploration. It also gives a parent or caregiver the opportunity to use scaffolding to bridge the gap between solo play and cooperative play with peers. This product can be found at globalindustrial.com for $476.95. Room number 4 is the middle to late childhood room. The fourth room at the BFRC is geared toward middle to late childhood. Here we will focus on fine motor skills, healthy snack choices, and begin talking about bullying. The first activity will be a class on healthy snack choices. We will discuss the food pyramid, what types of foods contain the vitamins and nutrients that keep our bodies healthy. In class, we will work on fine motor skills by painting our own food pyramids and then creating healthy snacks based on our pyramids. Childhood obesity has become one of the most diagnosed childhood diseases. But unlike asthma or diabetes, obesity can be avoided by learning and employing healthy eating habits and attitudes. A healthy body will go a long way toward boosting a child's self-esteem and sense of self, while an unhealthy body will lead to poor self-esteem and possibly bullying. We will begin our discussions on bullying by identifying the many ways in which feelings get hurt. We will play games such as the 6 social skills board games. These games encourage children to think about and make appropriate choices when faced with bullying situations, as a bully, a victim, or a bystander. We will also teach students coping techniques and ways in which they can implement anti-bullying campaigns within their schools. The social skills board games 6-pack can be purchased for $32.95 at didax.com. These 6 board game activities will enhance a child's self-efficacy, build their self-concept, and encourage intrinsic motivation in their moral development. In addition to the board games, we would like to display a set of anti-bullying posters that children can consider on their own or to consistently remind them of some of the behaviors that may not at first seem like bullying, but in fact are hurtful. The bullying poster set is $16.95 and found at didax.com. Room number 5 is the adolescence room. In the adolescence room of the BFRC, we will offer an actual course on meal planning and basic cooking that will reinforce the habits we started in the early childhood room, and then take them a step further toward healthy adult eating habits. In addition to encouraging a healthy attitude toward food, we will focus on the potential for stress and anxiety during this time of adolescent emotional development. The first course will be international cooking, which will encourage adolescents to learn about their cultural heritage, as well as those around them. They will learn about and prepare meals from different countries or regions of the world, while they learn the history and geography of each country. Many of our cultural food choices are a direct result of the economic hardships, discoveries, wars, or environmental and agricultural disasters in our history. Understanding these relationships can change our attitudes about food by encouraging us to try something new, cease poor habits, or simply appreciate the uniqueness of each of our families. This course will strengthen skills in math by measuring, science, in baking, history, language, and socialization. In addition to the cooking classes, the BFRC will offer yoga classes. These classes will help adolescents learn to center and refocus themselves when they begin to feel out of balance. Yoga is a gentle form of exercise that will keep adolescents physically active, as well as giving them a means to manage the daily stresses of school, relationships, and puberty. Studies have shown that even small doses of yoga can improve physical health, self-esteem, and reduce levels of anxiety. To facilitate comfort while performing the yoga poses, we would like to offer yoga mats for each participant. A set of 30 colorful mats can be purchased with a quantity discount from yogadirect.com. At this time, I would like to thank the Boise City Council for its consideration of this project. As you have seen, the center is designed to address all ages and abilities in reference to physical, cognitive, and socio-emotional development for participating children and their families. The skills they will learn at the Boise Family Recreational Center will help them become successful adults that will pass what they have learned about positive development and healthy living onto their own children. And that will have a ripple effect on future generations.